Give me a thumbs up for these little puppies, guys. Say hi. Say hi, cuties.
What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I'm going to talk about whether I think Nio stock is a buy. So as you guys can see from this chart, from March 5th all the way to today, Nio has dropped over 40%, 40.65%. And I've drawn a couple support lines and resistance lines for Nio, and I've also made a video which I'm gonna show you guys a quick clip of when I was talking about when I would consider buying Nio. So I'm just gonna play you a quick clip of this video right now just to show you guys what exactly I was talking about. Look at Nio right now. They seem to have a very nice support line at around $6. So we see Nio constantly hit $6 and then bounce back up right after that. So we've seen them hit $6 one, two, three times. So I'm thinking $6 is a very strong support line. Even their IPO, they kind of started at 6. So if we do see Nio hit $6 again, I do think that's an amazing buying opportunity for this company. Who knows if Nio will go back down to $6, but I do think. So that video was recorded and posted on March 6th, and it was titled Nio Stock Crashes minus 22%. And that was after Nio released their earnings, and obviously investors were quite disappointed. There's more to one reason as to why Nio stock has been crashing. We're going to get into that after, but let's look at Nio chart. So as we can see right here, I was talking about this $6 support line right here, which we've seen Nio hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 times. So we've seen Nio hit this $6 support line 5 times. This is the 5th time right now, and all the previous times that it's hit, it's immediately bounced up. We've seen it go almost as low as 361. When it IPO'd, it went a bit lower. I think we have a 52-week low of $5.35. So we've seen it hit as low as $5.35. And then here it went as low as $5.60. So right now we're creeping up at $5.80, 81 cents right at this very moment. And I do think this is a very strong support. And I'm not going to lie, I actually made an order today. I'm going to show you guys right now. I made an order for Nio. It's a very small position, less than 1% of my portfolio. I purchased 184 Nio shares at $5.80. The reason why I have a very small position is just in case, as you guys can see from this support, I drew a second support line here at around $5.60. If it does go back down to $5.60, I will most likely double my position. So the more it continues to go down, the more I will double up my position with Nio. So I've started very small, and right here I have a resistance line. So this is my strategy for this trade. So I have many options. I feel like I caught it at a good price right now at $5.80. Obviously, this is a speculation stock, so there's a lot of risk involved with Nio. So this company can easily go back down below its 52-week lows of $5.35. But that's worst case scenario. That's worst case scenario what I'm expecting to happen. And if that does happen, I am prepared to average down. But let's say things do turn around and the Nio rejects this support line, doesn't go below this support line, and immediately pushes forward. I have two options. I could immediately sell if it goes back up to around $8.15, which I believe to be a good resistance line. We've seen Nio hit that 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We've seen Nio hit this resistance line at around $8.15. I could immediately collect my profits at around that price if it goes back up, or if I wanted to get greedy, I could try to wait for these all-time highs again above $10 to collect some profits. So those are my options. Or obviously my final option is just sit on these shares, hold them long term, hope that one day this becomes $100 a share company, and that could be my third option. So those are my options with Nio. Right now, like I said, I only started a little bit more than $1,000 position on Nio. I bought it at $5.80. So right now it's at $5.82. Maybe I timed it perfectly. Maybe next week it might start declining. But right now, I do think it's a fairly good buying opportunity, but there's still a lot of risk involved with investing into Nio. Nio is a very volatile company. It's a fairly new IPO. Right now, technical analysis for Nio is a sell, and a strong sell. 1 minute, it's a buy. They are definitely near the bottom of their 52-week range. They're not a profitable company, so that's definitely a risk that you have to take into consideration. They have total of $2.5 billion in assets, and their market cap's at $8.21 billion. Total shares outstanding, 1.02 billion shares outstanding. I'm going to tell you guys there's also another thing that could be driving this stock down, and it's this Zhang Investors Law announces a filing of a securities class action lawsuit against Nio Inc. And the reason why they're doing this is because according to the lawsuit, the defendants made false or misleading statements and or failed to disclose that Nio would not be building its own manufacturing plant and would instead continue to rely on a little-known Chinese state-owned auto manufacturer, JAC Autos, to manufacture its electric vehicles. Reductions in government subsidies for the electric cars would materially impact Nio's sales, and as a result, defendants' statements about Nio's business operations and prospects were materially false and misleading at all relevant times. When the true details enter the markets, the lawsuit claims that investors suffered damages. So I actually did touch up on this on my previous video titled Nio Stock Crashes, where they decided that they were no longer opening up their own manufacturing factory in Shanghai, China. That did look to be very bad news for Nio, and now there's a class action lawsuit being filed against them. So that's another risk that you have to take into consideration when you're investing into Nio. Another one, its business could be affected by the trade wars. So Nio said its business could be adversely affected by trade tariffs or other trade barriers, including U.S. tariffs imposed in March on steel, aluminum, and additional tariffs targeting Chinese goods. Nio does not export any products to the U.S., and it is not yet clear what impact these tariffs could have. It intends to sell its car only in China, at least in the near future, but tariffs could potentially impact raw material prices, it said. So that's another risky thing you guys have to consider when investing into Nio. Another one, which we did also talk about, is Nio profitable? No, Nio is not profitable. It may not be profitable for a while. Although it has a vehicle in production, Nio is still an early stage company. It posted a loss of $502 million in the first half of 2018 on just $7 million in revenue after losing $759 million in 2017. Remember that it delivered just a handful of ES8s before the end of the second quarter. Nio had about $668 million in cash as of June 30th before the IPO. It should have about $950 million more than that now. Another risk, will Nio need more cash in the future? It might. The company went public at $626 per share, near the bottom of its hope for range, $625 to $825 per share. It sold 160 million American depository receipts, raising about $1 billion or about $950 million net of fees. The business plan outlined in Nio's prospectus assumed that the company would go public at midpoint of its range of 725, which would have raised around 1.1 billion net of the fees. To get by without additional investments, it'll have to tighten its belt in a couple of areas, likely research and development and marketing. It should be okay for a while though. Its plans is to spend about $600 million over the 4 quarters that began in July 1st, slightly less than its cash on hand before IPO. Let's go to the conclusion, which I 100% agree with this. Nio offers big risk for big reward. This is why I'm saying this is a highly speculative stock. This is a high risk, high reward stock. When you're investing into high risk stocks, you could potentially make a lot of money, and you also have to be prepared to lose a lot of money. So with Nio likely to need significantly more funding and more likely to encounter problems from the vulnerable bottlenecks in its supply chain, as well as later when it opens its own manufacturing plant, the company is a risky opportunity, but one offering big rewards. Nio has a foothold in the world's largest and fastest growing major market, with China accounting for over half of global electric vehicle sales, and has a unique forward-thinking model based on a vision of autonomous driving and in-car services. Tesla's future is still being debated 8 years after its IPO, but the bulls behind Nio will be hoping to have proven the bears wrong much quicker than that. So that's it for Nio. Like I said, I am currently now a shareholder in Nio. I own only 184 shares at $5.80. I'm happy either way. If Nio goes down, I'm gonna start buying more shares at around 560 to buy 550. And if Nio continues to decline, and I drew my lines right here. So if Nio goes below 560, that will be another buying opportunity for me. And then once it goes below that, I think I'll be picking up more at $5. But if Nio pushes forward, if Nio doesn't decline, I'm also happy because I'll be collecting profits at around above $8. So around $8.15, I'll start collecting some profits. And I'll probably it's a very small position. Obviously, I'm not going to make too much money, but that also means that I'm not going to lose too much money either. So it's a speculation stock. I didn't want to take a huge risk with it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys investing into Nio? Are you guys waiting to buy into Nio? What do you guys think about this company? What do you think about the risks and the rewards? Anyways, that's it for Nio. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell and smash that subscribe button. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.